Welcome back to an episode of Easy Peasy Labeling with me, Melissa. Today we are going to talk about some of our legacy printers, which we had talked about before, but now I want to dive in a little bit more and talk about why, if you have one of these older printers, why you might want to think about upgrading to one of the new PX printers. So again, we've got the B3 printer here, we have the 2011 and 2012 series. There were two very similar to this, and then we have the green machine. We're going to compare those two with the LabelWorks 750 and the 700. Now these two printers are very similar. They're essentially the same printer in a different package. So you can see from the kind of the history here that they had this same style of format here. So they kept that, but then a lot of users wanted something a little bit more handheld. This was still plenty handheld. These are perfectly handheld out in the industry, out in the field with users, but they wanted something a little bit more rugged, a little bit more portable. And that's where they came out with the 700 and the 900 series. So they're a little bit more handheld, a little bit more durable, and then they also added those few options with the lithium-ion battery and the optional magnetic feet. And that's really nice if you're sticking it to a panel, you're working outside or on a tool bench, something like that. That's a really nice feature to have. And that's something that the 750 does not have. As well as the older line doesn't have that feature. Again, the lithium-ion battery, a great option for working out in the field. It's got a little bit more power than those standard AA batteries, and it's going to last a little bit longer, and it's really nice to just be able to plug it in at the end of the day and go on, you know, in the morning it's ready to rock and roll. You don't have to worry about having extra batteries on hand, things like that. So that's a really nice feature as well. Some of the other things that we talked about, or that you're going to see as we do a little bit of a comparison here, is some of the different settings is the margin. So you'll see the B3 and the 2011, 2012, they did not have margin settings. So you couldn't really control that amount of tape before and after your printed label. Now the green machine, or the 2020 model, they did have that, but you'll see in a few minutes when we do a comparison that it actually shoots the tapes at you a little bit, and it doesn't have the tape rewind, which again, Epson took that a step further and added not only the margin settings, but that tape rewind. So it's gonna pull the tape back in instead of shooting it at you like the green machine does. So that's something I'll show you in a minute. And then there's also some speed differences here between the other printers. We'll look at that as well. So let's go ahead and get to our comparison. First, I'm going to put the 700 here up against the green machine. So let's get those out of the way. And I already went ahead and typed in, put it like that so you can really see. I already typed in upgrade, so they both have the same thing typed in, all caps. It's going to be the biggest that it can print. And then they're both running on batteries. So this is going to be on AA batteries, this is on the lithium-ion battery. So let's see if I can get this. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, the suspense. Can you hear the green machine? It's a little bit louder. And then this one here is already done while this one is still printing. But picture if you're up on a ladder, you're outside somewhere and you're making labels and it goes pew and shoots it. Well, now you're up a creek without a paddle and you don't have your label either. So the 900 and the 750, the 700, the 900 and the 750 have a feature that we call the drop stop or pick and print, where basically what it's gonna do is it's gonna hold that label. It'll print it and then it's gonna hold it. And when you pull it out, if you created a mixed length label, it'll just print the next one in the series. Next, we are going to do a tape saving comparison between the 2011, 2012 and the 750. So let's go ahead and turn these on. Again, I have upgrade typed in them already, so we'll go ahead and push print on those. Now you'll notice that the 750 actually pulled the tape back in and then continued to print the label, and that's one of those tape saving features that we talked about. Another thing I want to show you is, notice how I mentioned that drop stop or that pick and print where it's going to hold the tape. So you can see here the 2011, 2012 spit it out, which on a table is fine, but again, if you're up on a ladder outside, That's not going to be very convenient. Now the the 750 did actually hold that for me. And then when I pull it out, it would print the next one in the series if there was. Now let's look at the margins here. Look at the difference between those two. The tape size, the text size is exactly the same between the two. It's just the margins on the front and the back end. That's a lot of tape. Over the course of a year, that could add up to be several tapes worth of waste. And then I hear a lot of users are actually taking their hand scissors and cutting them as well, which is probably a hassle. And then if you're like me and you can't cut a straight line to save your life, well, now that's going to be annoying too, because it's not going to be straight, and that's going to just bug you. That would bug me. So another really nice feature, those tape savings features that we have are really helpful with that. So again, there's a lot of different reasons and options for upgrading. If you want to do that, if you have questions on that, reach out to us, reach out to your dealer, reach out to our rep firms, or give us a call directly, and we would be happy to help you make that happen. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. We'll make it happen for you. So tune in for another video, drop us an email, give me a call, you can live chat with us. We'd love to hear your comments, questions, and if you have something that you'd like to see in a future video, please let us know. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks.